been 5 years since I first set foot into the vast landscapes beyond the Arctic Circle. The endless north of Scandinavia has always intrigued me, and now I find myself coming back every year. Sparsely populated, with hundreds of square kilometers not populated at all, gives you the opportunity to experience some of the last parts of untouched wilderness in Europe. Sami, the indigenous people of northern Scandinavia, have been herding their reindeers in the tundra in these mountains for hundreds of years.
That's the fjord totally empty for fish. My concern is the Sami land, the nature, and the rivers, the mountains, and the land. And nowadays, the colonizers are talking about the green thing, that they will make everything green. They are forcing those big wind power stations on almost every top of our mountains. And we have nothing to say to that.
I grown it up with the reindeer herders family, and all my ancestors have been reindeer herders. So yes, it have been always a big part of our life and lifestyle. The effect of the windcraft, we have to explain how it will take the land from us. And often they tell us, there is just only stone. What's the matter? There will be no land for the reindeer. But the reindeer, they need the land in different way. There will be, in the summertime, not so many mosquitoes. They go to the place, so it's colder. So there is always a meaning with all the land, even if it just only looks like almost stone.
Most people know Samis by reindeer herding. It's quite unique culture and very threatened nowadays by all the exploitation going on in Sapmi. Sami people, we live in 4 different states. So there have been Russia, Finland, Sweden and Norway have colonized Sapmi. And actually this area was not that many 100 years ago taxed by 3 different states. And we spanned from south of Trondheim, very down south on both Swedish and Norwegian side. And here Finland is over the river here, so this is a river valley, and this is on Norwegian occupied side. We have been living like hunter-gatherers from time immemorial. They have tried to Norwegianize or Swedishize, or however you would call it, assimilate Samis. The understanding that everyone needs clean nature, clean water, and that we have this relationship with nature. I think that is what distinguishes our culture from now the main cultures, the capitalistic cultures.
I have been working with reindeers all my life. I believe I will work the rest of my work life. I will still work with reindeers if I can. You can't compare it with any other work or farming, or this is families doing for generations have been reindeer herding, living with the reindeers, with the nature. The biggest threats for reindeer husbandry nowadays are from the outside. Many people don't understand why is it so big deal I build a cabin here, a power line there, but I'm thinking about generations after me also. As I see that, if this continues, that will be the end of reindeer husbandry in the future. Reindeers can't live without land and peace.
In October 2021, the Norwegian Supreme Court ruled that 2 big wind power plants on the Fosen Peninsula in the southernmost area of Sapmi are in violation of the Sami people's rights to their culture and traditional livelihood. This result, although first sparking joy amongst Sami activists, soon became the center of a big controversy regarding the Norwegian government and its commitment to human rights and the division of power.
Yeah, the Fosen case is located in the middle of Norway, in the county of Trøndelag, where you have the southern Sami people, who is a minority inside the Sami minority. There is still some families there living from reindeer husbandry. And in this case, there is constructed 4 huge wind power plants, and 2 of them is in the pastures of the reindeer herding Sami of Fosen. And they are that huge that there will be a substantial intervention in the possibilities to exercise reindeer husbandry. The Supreme Court find that this intervention violates the rights of the Sami people on several points, and concluded from that the license for exercising the wind power plant was unlawful. The Norwegian state, they handle this in a, not according to law and practice. Because according to Norwegian constitution and the division of power between the state bodies, it is the Supreme Court who has the last word, and that means that the government should follow up the Supreme Court. So far this has not happened.
The windmills are still rolling on the area of them southern Samis. 70 windmills in a very vulnerable tundra area. These reindeer herders who are located there, they already have a lot of industrial projects that have been eating from their areas. So their wilderness is quite scarce. A lot of the young people among the reindeer herders, they find, even if they won't afford cars or this modern equipment, but they find so much value in being in the mountains with the reindeers. So it is very important for them to be able to maintain in reindeer herding. If you hear a young reindeer herder say this sentence, "But then I must quit," that means, in clear text, it means that will be a huge tragedy in my life, maybe the most existential tragedy in my life.
But not only on the Fosen Peninsula, but also way further north in the eastern parts of the Finnmark region, big wind power plants are in operation, with many more already in planning. The biggest one of these is the Davi project, which, should it really go into construction, will become the biggest wind power plant in Europe. In the heartland of the Sami people, way above the Arctic Circle, this project is seen as an even bigger threat than the one at Fosen.
In Finnmark zurzeit, dann haben wir 2 Windanlagen, was wirklich so, also 2 Stellen, wo es Windanlagen gibt. Und die haben da in der Planung noch 4 Stück zu machen hier in Östfinnmark. Aber was eigentlich geplant war mit Davi Windkraftwerk, Direkt neben der heilige Berg Rastegeiser. Das war, dass es da um die 200 Windturbinen sein sollte. 130 Kilometer mit 10 Meter breite Straßen, oben in unserer Natur. Wir wohnen hier oben, weil wir grüne Natur haben wollen. Wir wollen in der Natur wandern gehen, wir gehen angeln, wir gehen auf Jagd, Beeren pflücken und wir gehen einfach spazieren oder was wir nennen auf Tür. Es ist auch ein Wahnsinn, dass man hier oben Windkraft baut, um den Strom zu exportieren. 3000 Kilometer. Also am Ende, wenn das wirklich gebaut wird, dann profitieren die Leute hier oben überhaupt nichts davon. Es wird keine Arbeitsplätze. Vielleicht so eine große Anlage, was 2 oder 3 Arbeitsplätze. Wenn irgendwas so richtig kaputt ist da oben, muss man ja Leute mit so hochwertige technische Ausbildung haben und die muss man da hochfliegen, meistens von Deutschland. Und die reparieren und so und fliegen wieder nach Hause. Und die 2, 3 Stück Hausmeister sozusagen für so eine Anlage, die sind lokal, aber ansonsten, ja, was für Arbeitsplätze. So viel Natur in Quadratkilometer, das ist ein Wahnsinn, wie viel Quadratmeter sowas nimmt. Und wir sitzen wirklich mit nichts da. Die Welt ist so kaputt manche Stellen. Hier oben ist es noch intakt.
We have always moved when stronger interests have come to our areas. We have moved further north, but now the polar ocean is stopping us. We can't move any further. So here we are, stuck. And we don't know whether we should laugh or cry. That the medicine for the problems on the globe seems to be that let's industrialize these tundras as well.
After I spent weeks on the road, I traveled almost 4,000 kilometers, I finally arrive in the small fishing town of Havøysund, close to the North Cape. This is home to Norway's northernmost wind power plant. Thousands of kilometers from the industrial centers of Europe, this is where the promised environmentally friendly energy comes from. Wind has been a constant companion on my journey. No question, wind is one of the few things this barren-looking landscape got in abundance, beside the thousands of square kilometers of almost untouched nature and wilderness.
Not many people are living on the reindeer herding. It's maybe not even 10% of the Sami have the reindeer herder as a livelihood. The reindeer herders are the keepers of the tradition, like the language, like the stories, like to know the nature and know the weather and all that. And I think not just keep it, but just to develop it and adapt to modern times. How to not misuse the nature, but to use the nature and to make a living of that. We should not be the last generation of the globe. There hopefully lots of many of generations in the future will be around here and will be taking care of the land.